Hello guys, I'm going to do a quick update regarding WoW in Season 2 and regarding my play. I've been doing some dungeons here and there. I've been playing a little bit casually and I did some 8s, did some 11s with a pre-made group. A bit out of time but doable. Did a 10 in time, the easy one. And I just feel like you can see I haven't been too active on the dungeon grind just because I didn't really feel like it. With my guild, we're currently 6 out of 8 heroic, which is great. I like the pace of how the people are playing and what we're doing, but I just feel pretty bored of all this same stuff where you have the cap, the currency cap, the crest cap, and then you have to wait until you can upgrade your gear again. And also the fact that maybe not always you can play with your guildies and you have to play with pugs, and it's really annoying to not be able to instantly join a group and to like play. Like for example, I have 2.1k Rio, right? And let's say I want to join some 8s. I can prove to you right now. So 2.1, this is the same. maybe they'll invite me, but the idea is that usually they don't, right? So like you apply, and most of the time I'm playing Arms Warrior, which is supposed to be A+ tire, right? Okay. Okay, they invited me, but a lot of the times it's really rare for this to happen. And also, if the party fails, you're not gonna make it in time, and you're not gonna get Rio. This was not a best example, but I think most people know that you just, when you apply to groups, people just don't take you, and you have to wait. Now, this being the beginning of the season and everybody is actually at around this level, you're probably gonna find a lot of keys. But I think in 1 month or so, when people are just gonna do 12s and ups, you won't be able to do +8s with anyone. I don't know if that's a plus or a minus, but I just feel bored of this repetitive stuff where you go into the dungeon. Oh, and the other thing that I don't like is the RNG aspect of the loot that drops. What I mean by this is that I do 3 runs of a Mythic Plus dungeon, so I waste 1 hour and a half, because usually it takes around 30 minutes, especially at the beginning of the season. If you do like an 8, even if like it's easy, but like it's not easy, you know what I mean? I get no loot, or if I do get loot, it's something that I don't need. So the fact that there's an RNG element to my loot, like I don't know, let's check this for example. Let's say I want, I don't know, this necklace or whatever this is. It's like let's say a necklace or whatever I need, and instead of getting a necklace, I get something else. It's just something else that maybe I don't need, and it's useless. Like I have to run so many runs just to get the items that I need. Like I'm still using the necklace from like the past season because I have no necklace. I have no necklace dropped. This one is from like, I don't know what this is, but it has versatility on it. I don't see the reason that I'm getting as a DPS spec. So like my loot specialization is arms, and I'm getting Versa gear. Like it's not okay. The rest it's fine. I did 4 set piece. I have heroic gear. Like I have 654 item level, so it's pretty good. But to me, it's not enough. The fact that they haven't made a thing where maybe you can customize the stats that you're getting on an item, so you don't have to rely only on the RNG of the drop in the dungeon. It's just off-putting to me. Like it just is. The fact that you're putting the most powerful trinkets in the game in the raid, and they don't drop, so you're basically kind of, like your class is just not performing at its best because you don't have the necessary trinkets. is again a problem. Like my trinkets are shit. This is like the random shit I got. Obviously, yeah, you can grind one dungeon for a trinket, but does that really sound like a game with a subscription that would have like you're paying a sub? Like if you look at, I don't know, Star Wars: The Republic, like this one is probably one of the best ones that I can get in Flatgate. Flatgate, I don't like the dungeon at all, especially with pugs. The mechanic to like the swamp face and some of the mechanics in this dungeon, they're almost impossible to do with a pug group that doesn't exactly know what to do. So you just die and the group just poofs, disappears. Because obviously in a +8 people kind of want to time it, and if you have like 2 wipes to the same boss, even though I'm explaining to people, like I'm writing chat and I'm like stack together and move on one side, move left or whatever, and people just don't do that. And to this boss, Swamp Face, that's a wipe. It's a wipe. And you know, it's fine that they're tuning the Mythic Plus dungeons rapidly, as opposed to season 1. And there, if I would actually play as much as I did before, like in season 1 and in Dragonflight, I would probably do 10s plus 10s easily in like the 2 weeks, 3 weeks into the expansion. People are already doing that, right? But I just don't have the time that much to invest in it, especially without a pre-made group, you know? Like playing with pugs and doing 10s is like, it's kind of like a pretty random. And even though I can play maybe with some guilds from time to time, it's not something that's 100%. You have to also like farm these trinkets, and I just don't like that. I don't like this style. Blizzard is just using this for a couple of years now, and I don't know, there's nothing new to it. It's just the same shit over and over again. And you know, I was supposed to play with some people at the beginning of the expansion, and I don't know, they kind of parted ways, so to speak. Like they said they're gonna do stuff and then they chosen not to do it, and I don't know, they're playing alone or with pugs or whatever. To me it's pretty crazy, and I don't want to play the game right now as it is. I'm pretty burnt out from like the last challenge that I did in season 1, and I don't know, it just doesn't feel anything different. The dungeons are nice, don't get me wrong, even like the ones, like the Floodgate, even though it has like a shit ton of casters sometimes, I don't think they're that hard. I'm just bored of it. I'm missing, like, I went back a little bit to Black Desert. I'm kind of missing the combat and all the stuff. Like, I don't know, there's nothing new to play, just stimulate. Like, and like failing a dungeon because of your party, because it's a pug or whatever, again, it's off-putting. The fact that the loot is RNG, like they could just drop maybe like currency every time you finish a dungeon. Drop like a currency, and then when you do like 4 of those dungeons, like that currency, maybe you didn't get the loot that you wanted, and you can use that to get the loot that you want from that dungeon. They can do like, if they want to be super lazy, they can do a currency for all dungeons that's like that. They can just pick whatever item you want from any dungeon, or they can do, if they want to be like even worse, they can do like a currency per dungeon, like maybe Operation Floodgate coins or whatever they will call it, and you can only pick the gear from that dungeon, right? So you just have to spam the same dungeon, although I don't think that's a very player friendly thing. The easier thing would just be to, I don't know, do a dungeon 4 times and then be able to buy whatever you want. Obviously, if you do that, then people would just spam the easiest dungeon, which I think is Mother Road. But I think you have to make the game to be player friendly, and not put players to grind just so they can pay your subscription, because we're already doing raid progress, we have what to do. And this RNG drop really fucks me up. Like, I don't think I've gotten anything decent from a dungeon in all of my runs that I did. Like, I did maybe, it's hard Like I did 1, 7, 9, 3 runs, 4, 6, 7 runs. I didn't do much, right? But in all those runs, I don't think I got on anything. I think maybe one item I got from a dungeon, and that's it. Maybe I got on this, which is like a stat stick, because for me it's fucking shit. Like these trinkets don't make any sense for strength characters. This one, I'm not sure. Maybe I got this ring. I think it's from a dungeon, and that's it. The rest I got from like raid. This one, I'm not sure from raid. So like I got 2 items from all of my runs from like dungeons. 2 items from 10, 11, from 11 runs. I got 2 items that are useful for me. I mean, that's pretty bad. And also I don't know. I'm just bored of the game, man. I'm just super bored. The economy and the professions are like impossible to do. Like I've tried to do them. I did like, you know, enchanting, and I have enchanting and other professions and other characters, and you can just look here. Like, unless you're using the concentration build, you're not in a profit. Like, look, level 2 minus. Obviously, if I had, because I used it to like make some mastery on this ring. But even if I didn't, the fact that that you only get profit on a rank 3, which you can't reach, by the way, unless you're like having all the blue tools, like it's very complicated to get into professions. I tried. It's way too complicated than it should be to do some gold with professions. Obviously here, like, look, if you do this and you do this, well, this one is pretty bad. Okay, this one I think you have something. Yeah, 2 gold. Okay. There has to be something here that you can do gold with, but like overall I think it's I think this one is like something that you can do gold with, right? No, that's embarrassing. Yeah, anyway, I don't like it, and it's just the same old thing, and it doesn't feel fresh, doesn't feel new. The revamp of some classes, like we're like, yeah, we're better now on arms, and demolish feels good, but you know what doesn't feel good when you use demolish? It's when the tank pulls the mob away and your skill doesn't do the last hit of damage and you lose damage because it moves. Like, why is it that you have a skill in a tap target game where you're taking into consideration the mob's movement? Why can't it just be instant like all the other classes? I don't even think there's like another class that has a channeling skill where if you move the mob, you lose damage. There's like so few instances where that happens. That is just like, why do I have to sit still and not be able to move as a melee because you decided that, I don't know, that's the way the class is played? Like, let's say you did this and now I can use it, right? But if the target moves, like, why do I have to like be stuck and also miss my damage on a tap target the game if the target moves away? Like, it makes 0 sense, man. 0 sense. And it happened to me in dungeons, and you know, it's not the end of the world, but like, it's still annoying. Like, it's annoying as hell. And also they nerfed like the spell reflection shit for warriors. We don't get procs of overpower if you use ignore pain and you consume your rage. Like, it doesn't happen anymore, by the way. It's just a little defensive thing that you can use. It's better than it was before, but that just tells you how worse it was before. And why everybody was playing Fury. And speaking of Fury, I was actually curious to see the burst of Fury compared to arms, honestly. Like, I think it's better overall. Yeah, these are not bad. Whatever, let's just use this. And I think I have like this. and we can just go here and just go in. Well, it's a little bit problem with my UI, but it's 5 million, pretty easy. Yeah, it's not bad. Also, this UI that I got from like a random guy on waygo.io is like way better than what I was using before, so it's nice. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's very boring. There's nothing new. You still have like this talent, single-minded fury, for like the past 2-3 expansions where you've never made it work. Why is that even there? Like, what's the point? There's no point in it. Yeah, I just feel like pretty bored. None of the other classes attract me too much. Maybe I might play like marksmanship hunter. Like I just want to play the easiest shit. Stay at range, don't care about mechanics, and do damage. It's like everyone's dream, right? I thought melee would be great, but there's so many annoying shit that happens in melee, like in most M+ dungeons, and even in raid. That it's like, can I play the game? Maybe, you know. Yeah. I'm probably gonna play a little bit more Black Desert. Just chill there. Can do this. Another thing that I don't understand is the fact that on Fury you can do one macro and you use all 3 skills, right? You can use Roar, you can use Avatar. But on Arms you can't do that. You can't use Roar with Warbreaker and Avatar in the same macro. Like, why is that? I will never understand. My stats are more to Arms rather than Fury, but it's fine. Not bad damage, I guess. But still, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done, and I don't think that I'm ever gonna do that. So I'm gonna take a break from WoW, and whether I will come back to do what? To do like Freaky Rio? Like, it's not even hard to do, especially if you get the gear in like 1 or 2 months. Freaky Rio is gonna be like easy, I think. But there's nothing else to do, and it's just sad. There's just nothing to do. So I'll be taking a break from WoW. Gonna chill. Probably in Black Desert, because I don't think I have anything else to play that's remotely close to like an MMORPG with like character creation and levels and PvP and whatever else people do. Yeah, so I'll see you there on the stream if you guys want to watch. If not, it's fine. There's nothing else that I can do in the game right now that's gonna I would say make me feel better. Like, I don't know, it's just pretty boring. Just the dungeons. Like, okay, you do dungeons and then what? Like, is that it? They're fine, but I think the loot is annoying. The RNG drop loot is super annoying, and there's no queue for M+ either. Probably they're never gonna add that, but it's whatever. I'll see you guys in the next video. We'll see what we're gonna do and what we're gonna find out to do.